All right, let's get some started. Guys, no updates went out, so there's no changes. What didn't happen happened, and what did happen didn't happen, which simply means there was no RV on Saturday and Sunday. Bank people were highly frustrated, just like they thought. They were told again on Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, people were coming through the door, which didn't happen. They were told on Sunday morning when they got there at 6, be ready at 8 because they're going to start coming through the door. So yeah, they was all pissed off yesterday, last night, and I don't blame them. But here we are today, ready to go. The only thing that is coming out is Iraq is fully capable and ready to go, that the U.S. is holding it back. And you remember a week and a half ago, I think I told you guys, no, sometime last week, that I got out of D.C., that the plan was to release the RV the day before the vote or on voting day. And then, as I told you guys, to put it all out there, came back, said, okay, scrap that plan. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Well, guess what today is? They didn't do it Saturday, didn't do it Sunday. Who knows what could happen tonight, though. But I will tell you right now, they are fully expecting people to be paid money in their bank accounts this week. At some point this week, because I'm hearing people to have money in their bank accounts. So I don't want to be any more specific than that because it might be giving away too much information. But it's actually going to happen. This is a super fantastic week, according to all indications. So I can in fact tell you that. I didn't see it. I told you before. I told you when we first found out. I don't understand doing it on November the 3rd. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. Actually, I was going to take a poll this morning, so which I will now. You guys can tell me as you answer and everything. If the 800 numbers come out, should I just hold them till after the polls close tomorrow? Or let them out during the day while everybody's standing in line waiting to vote, knowing people are calling and running to the bank, becoming multimillionaires. So I was kind of leaning on we'll wait till the polls close. It won't make us any difference. Couple hours, everybody still get their votes in, do what they want to do, and be super happy. But I guess I shouldn't choose for everybody. I should just let you guys decide. If we in fact get them, do we announce it? I know they're going to want us to because that's why they're putting it out, but I want to know what you want to do. What do you think is the best thing? Because after it's done forevermore. You can go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just go pick up your money once it's done. It's a matter of when it does, and does it cause a whole lot of confusion unneededly, if you ask me. So I'm going to leave that part up to you guys. If that shit happens, is there a possibility of it happening? Unfortunately, and I say it like that, unfortunately, yes, it is a possibility. So with that, Ray, let's do what we do.
Mark. Okay, this
All
is
right,
the.
guys. Hopefully this is over with. So I try to give the new people history, understanding, and some people don't. The process we've gone through for the last 12 years, 15 years, different administrations, different decisions, and what part got done where, and why this has dragged us out so far, and why we should be coming to the conclusion. You know, years ago, I told you guys we don't want to be political here, but we do want to be informative and look at things. So I know some of you guys think I don't like Trump. I don't like some of his ways, but I do respect the office of the president because I put in 15 years. And I would tell you something that's even more surprising because I know you guys call Ray Republican Ray, but I would tell you, my very best friend is a Republican. So I go through this 24 hours a day. Not only is he a Republican, but he's black. So you know I got issues. So anyway, I'm telling you. But the dinar is the dinar, guys. It has nothing to do with the political aspects of what everybody was trying to gain or benefits. And I'll just give it to you because it's the information as I'm getting it. That's all. So we're just playing into. I didn't decide to take this to November 3rd. It wasn't my plan last week. It was their plan, and I was told, and some people liked it, some people didn't like it, but here we are. Just what he said. Here we are. We're going to go. But the good thing is, it is going. The good thing is they're still being told. Now, they weren't told 8 o'clock this morning. But they were told 8 o'clock Saturday morning, 8 o'clock Sunday morning. And they were just pissed off. And I can fully understand that. But there is, unfortunately, something that is absolutely happening or has happened. There is something that directly points to this being concluded this week that I did not tell you guys, and I did not tell you for a purpose, and because it comes with a date and a time and an action, and I really didn't want to put anybody out like that because everybody would know exactly where it came from, I would think. It might be an issue. But it's very, very positive news, I can tell you that. Very positive news. Now, if it doesn't happen, I'll definitely tell you what it was because it can't hurt at that point. But if it does happen, then we're done, it's over with, and we'll be on the other side when time comes. So hopefully it does, but if not, somehow Ray got to pay the bill between now and Wednesday anyway. So we're going to let him do that. But it's a good day, guys. It's a super fantastic.
So that's the beginning and that's the end. So there's something that he knows that he's not going to tell, but he will tomorrow if it doesn't happen tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's fine. And I appreciate where he's coming from, and the position that he's in as he sees it. And I'm looking at what Fleming said, that it's kind of the same thing. They really don't want to get specific, but, keep watching. Mark Z this morning said he's talking to his people. He's got a friend who heads one of the redemption centers, personal friend for many, many years, maybe from high school, that they are not scheduled until Thursday. Okay? I don't know how long they've been off or anything like that, but he did say that. And I'm thinking also, we keep hearing lately about all the sealed indictments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's going to really be what is going to be our cover, and or possible martial law. They might go hand in hand. And also, if there is civil unrest and the military has to move in, according to Juan O'Savin, they'll put it down quickly because they will just point blank arrest them and they'll be able to find them with their devices, et cetera, et cetera. It won't be the same way as, let's say, pre-election, the way it'll be treated.
Yeah.
And I think that that's about the time they would pull out the indictments to show everyone what's really going on. And we would get our emergency broadcast system thing going, and that would knock out the mainstream media.
Yeah.
All at once. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can, handle it, but that's what comes to mind at this time. So I'm looking, we could get, like Tony said, after the polls close, that, our numbers could come out. and have appointments, let's say Thursday, as soon as. But the other thing that we're getting, and I guess it's from Fleming, is that it's the elders, Trump, and the Department of Defense are calling the shots. The elders are using an algorithm to help them, and I guess they all kind of get together and come up with the timing if they haven't already done that.
Well, there's supposed to be an announcement midday tomorrow, an important announcement. Have you heard that?
Oh. No, I hadn't.
Yeah, I haven't either, but one of my group reminded me that that's what he heard.
Oh.
But I don't know where it was from.
Well, he did the executive order, kind of going up against the deep state, and even 107 said, this could take out 20% of the bureaucracy when all is said and done, not all at once, of course. And that I'm hearing, maybe from him or elsewhere, that a lot of the pushback, and maybe I got it from Scott, listening a little bit to him, that the pushback is from a lot of these government employees. Maybe become part of the civil unrest. That's kind of different, but I hadn't thought about it. Just something else to consider. But I think that, first of all, I think they've been kind of told, or as much as you can get the word out to them, that things aren't going to be the same in terms of having to arrest people and how they're treated under military law versus civil law. And, what else? I kind of, there are probably a few other things I've noticed that Juan said, but they don't come to mind, and maybe that's really all that I really need to say about the timing that's been said. You could argue, like others, to the end of the year, but I don't see that. This has to get handled quickly. So he wrote that executive order, and he basically put them on notice, so they're ready to mix it up if that's what's necessary. Yeah. And I just think that could serve as a cover. There's a part of me that says, well, gee, if we have civil unrest, how can we be riding down the road going to this appointment?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that you would think has to be read along the way. So,
now, did we talk about the NAR went on the Forex on the 27th? I heard that.
Who said that? Bruce has said something like that, but Mark C. said, no, he's checked it. It's not on the Forex.
Not on the Forex. Okay.
Now, maybe it's on a hidden place that he's not privy to.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And there's all the disinformation and, rumor and speculation mixed in. There's all, one passes off, for the other, and it gets confusing. It just sounds like everything's ready to go anytime they're ready, and that's it. What's the best time? They're not going to tell us.
No.
And of course, every time they tell everyone, there are people that think that it is, and they're reacting to it, and they're being watched. Gathering more information.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? I have heard that Biden is not doing as well, in the early voting as Hillary, actually quite a bit less, so they're not feeling too good over there on the Democratic camp. And I just speculate that maybe Joe is kind of going along with playing dead in order to avoid some harsh or harsher penalty, if you will. That's the only way I can understand why he's carrying on this way. Well, we're playing into the hands of, the Pelosi, taking over and all that. But someone else said, maybe on Judy's post, that she's already been notified regarding arrest, her own arrest. Don't know. It's just a rumor, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, it could happen. I would agree with Tony after the voting. You don't want to get in the way of that. You don't want to feed the enemy with ammunition, at the very least, or the Americans, who are confused and uncertain.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't want to muddle it up any more than it already is.
Right.
So, well, we'll have to see. Again, we've heard a lot of different things over the months and years about, things that will happen, and the EVS and education and indictments, that's all part of that. Of course, the narrative is, how come Barr didn't do this, a year ago, and, that even 107 is saying that, and I'm saying, well, I think that's really part of the magic show, and he isn't giving that out yet. He's just playing along with it, in my own opinion. I think he's much more savvy than that.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just, my read into it, So, it's all about timing. It's a magic show. As he mentioned, the magician has his, one hand over here and keeping you entertained and occupied while he's playing with the other one, where the real magic happens. The rabbit comes out of his sleeve or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, what else? We'll just have to wait and see, but I do think that Trump is feeling pretty good about his chances, even though he's working hard to ensure that and keep people, feeling positive. And that's, and the other thing, Trump is in Wisconsin, the last stop before he just landed in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which I think will be his last stop. He had a number of people in his family traveling with him.
Oh, yeah.
Ivanka and her husband, and his son Eric, and Don Jr. And I'm thinking, well, maybe he's going to be in Air Force One with his family during the election, and he won't be in Washington, D.C., which is being threatened by various people. I think that Scott played a clip of some people that sounded like they were planning on attacking D.C. and the White House.
Yeah.
So why take a chance on that? And at the same time, Trump is saying, well, we might be in Miami, or we might be in the White House. I think, the White House, but they're referring to him, I don't know who it was, that he would be in the fortress. Maybe that was from Q, or something like that. And that's Air Force One, as far as I'm concerned, not the White House.
Yeah, could be in the Air Force One for many hours.
Yeah, and if he has his whole family with him, that makes things even more secure, because they're not they're not being leveraged.
Yeah, that's
is
right.
my thought. On seeing them with him this last stop or two.
Yeah.
And he parades them out there so you can see. Well, you can't get them; they're with me. That's information. We always have to remember he's giving out information when he says, where he's going to be, or he might not be here, he might not be there. He's keeping everyone guessing. He's volunteering that. He didn't have to volunteer that, but that's actually helpful, I think. It's proactive.
Right.
That's how I look at that. So that's threats and so on leading up to the election, it sounds like it really wasn't meant to happen before the election, even though that's what I expected. Just to be honest about the whole thing.
Yeah.
The closer we get, the more realistic, that people are moving around, and when they're moving around, you've got to be on your guard until you kind of read the situation. I mean, maybe they can just by reading the chatter, if they're privy to. It's interesting. 107 talked about Sanctum, which sounds like the Hollywood version of the pedophilia, and he pointed the finger at Bill Maher. Just want to throw that out.
Yep.
And and that's really going to be part of what is going to get revealed, according to him. Which is something that we expected, but it's part of waking people up.
Yeah.
Going and moving on.
Well, I'd say that no matter what happens, we got a lot of excitement over the next 24 to 48 hours.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's great time. Great time to be alive, and it's a chance for people to seize the day and, get into their, patriotic minds, hearts.
Oh, boy, that's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, my friend, we'll sign off.
Okay.
Get a good rest. You'll need it.
Yeah. All right. Our victory is ours, I'm very sure. Maybe that's foolish to say that ahead of it, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. All right. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.